about iPhones in the last show, websites, how to use the websites, how to get a website, how to get a free domain. Watch the show, because at the end of the show, I'll give you a promo code for a free domain. That's right, tiptopwebsite.com. Create your own website online in only 60 seconds for $1. I'll even give you a free domain just for watching the show. For as long as you have a website with us, get a free domain. Websites for only $1 a month. On to the show. All right, here we go. We're not political here, but we had a new president just elected. I know some people that are thrilled, and I know some people that are mad. So you can't go back and change it. So let's see what happens. Let's see if the new president's going to stick with what he said. Is that good or is that bad? I think it totally depends on who you are. You know, politics, I don't know. I'm not going to even dive into politics. I didn't go study government in school and all that stuff. I've always been I was a believer in the system early on in life, thinking these guys are, you know, they really, what they say is true. You find out later as you get older, when they're saying it, they probably mean it. But by the time it gets to signing a bill or signing something into law, you know, they've had a lot of influences along the way. Let's see what happens. Let's just let's check out. If the economy gets better, everyone starts getting hired again instead of getting laid off, gas prices go down, I'm all for it. I mean, I think everyone's all for it. You know, who cares who gets elected? A Martian comes down, he gets elected and says, I'm going to fix the economy for you. Hey, the Martian's our guy. So let's check it out. Send me your comments. Let me know what you think. Let's get the economy going. Let's kickstart it. I know it's going to be great because, you know, we can get the music out. Da, 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 da. America, it's amazing. Here's a guy talking on his own show, has his own company. I'll tell you a secret. I never went to college. Now, my sister, she was one of those kids in college. In high school, she was so smart. She went to one class in high school in her senior year, then they shipped her off to college because high school wasn't smart enough for her. Myself, I'm going to go to Hollywood and be a star, so cut out of college. College is not for everyone, so don't take me as the smartest guy in the world. The internet, I do know. 13 years I've been doing it. This is all I do, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. I love it. I have a passion for it. So as far as the internet goes, you can listen to me on that one. All right? Check this out. Speaking of the internet, and you're still hearing noise in the background. You're hearing a buzzsaw. The guys are still working on the deck back there. So if you hear it, hey, that's life. That's what it's about, you know. People working, things getting done. Have you ever used the Convert tool on either Yahoo or Google? Check it out. So before the show here, I typed in, just in the web search on Yahoo, I typed in convert 1 gallon to pint. All right? Easy enough. You always want to know that kind of stuff. If you're baking a cake, if you're mixing gasoline with oil for a weed eater or a snowblower or something like that. You usually don't mix gasoline with oil, but all right. So even though it is the same thing. Convert 1 gallon to pint. 1 gallon U.S. equals 8 pints U.S. How great is that? So in the search box on Yahoo, I just typed in convert 1 gallon to pint. 1 gallon U.S. equals 8 pints U.S. Now, Google's got the same thing, and you can convert anything. So in Google, I typed in convert 10 miles to kilometers. Kilometers? Kilometers. You know, the rest of the world besides the U.S., they use kilometers. I used to spend a lot of time in Mexico, and everything was km, kilometers. Nothing's miles. So this would have been a handy tool to use, but eventually, you know, hanging out there long enough, you figure it out. And a lot of the world uses the metric system, which is kilometers. So 10 miles equals 16.09344 kilometers. How cool is that? You can convert anything. And again, I did it in the Google search box or the Yahoo search box. Whatever your favorite search engine is, type whatever you want. You're baking a cake, you need the measurements, check it out. So that is a great tool. People ask me, so we're done with that one, all right? So people ask me, Dan, do I get a Desktop computer. Desktop is a tower computer with a keyboard, a separate monitor, or to get a laptop. Since I started the internet, I've always loved a laptop. I don't know why. I thought they're groovy. I thought they're cool. Not that I'm picking it up and going anywhere with it. I just like it. I just like it's all compact. It's all in one, and it's smart. Just looking at a laptop, all this technology in such a small place, it's smart. And before, laptops used to be 2-3 times the cost of a tower computer, a desktop computer, or a tower computer. Like I said, it's the tower, it's the keyboard, it's the monitor. Laptops, everyone uses it with their fingers, the touchpad. I always go with the mouse. I got a mouse, you always have to use a mouse. So I'm a big believer in laptops. Laptops are no longer 2-3 times the price. Sometimes they're even cheaper. You get a fantastic screen. The screens are now LCD screens, bright screens. The screens are phenomenal. This is a 17-inch screen, the one I'm using here at Dell. I'm a Windows guy. I started off when I was 14 using the Apple, but they didn't have PCs back then. So this is a Dell. I love Dell. I order online, customize it how I want. They send it. Doesn't work, you send it back. In the years I've been getting Dell, I've never had to send anything back. They're awesome. Apple's taken a huge market share now. I think they have 16-17% of the U.S., not worldwide. They always say, we're almost 20% of the world. No, it's the U.S. The rest of the world doesn't use them. But all the college kids are using them. Why? They just have that cool factor. Are they better? No, they're the same thing. People just get online to browse and to check their email. Apple has the new 13-inch MacBook. Now, this is a 17-inch screen on this laptop here, just to show you the price difference here. Apple has a new MacBook. The MacBook and the MacBook Pro. They're both carved out of a single piece of aluminum. So it's no longer like a plastic MacBook. It's actually carved out of one piece of aluminum. Very, very cool, very sturdy, very slick. It looks pretty. I mean, as far as, I don't know what to say. It's just a slick-looking laptop. But are you going to pay, ready for this? Price is starting at $12.99. It's crazy. $12.99. Let's look over to Dell here. We'll jump over to Dell. Price is starting at $4.99, and you get, for $4.99, let's take a look at this. A 15.4-inch screen versus the 13.3-inch screen on the MacBook. Different operating systems. MacBook uses the OS X. You cannot add hardware to the MacBook because it's proprietary. It's their own hardware. It's everything. Of course, you can add a mouse. You can add some. Hang on. Let me just back up for a minute. On the MacBook, you cannot use a FireWire cable. A FireWire cable is, I know I'm jumping around, just hold tight here. A FireWire cable is what you use to transfer your video from your digital camera to your computer. Apple actually invented FireWire. Windows users on my laptop, they call it the 1394 cable. Same thing as FireWire. Sony calls it the iLink. So it's all the same. It's all FireWire. It's a lot faster than USB. Apple, I don't know if they're phasing out or what they're doing, but on the 13-inch MacBook, they don't have FireWire. They want you to use USB, which will still transfer, but it's not as fast. So this is your camcorder that's got tape in it. You want to get it into your computer. That's the transfer rate. The MacBook Pro has it. So if you want to spend another $500-600, you can get it. I don't know. Seems like they're trying to upsell you on that. Get the Dell. I suggest getting the Dell. $499. You're going to get everything there. The wireless built in, the FireWire. You get instant savings. Regular 624 instant savings. Dell always has these instant savings. Seems like they have a sale every day. And phenomenal support. 15.4-inch screen. You get the DVR writer in there, the CD combo drive, 120 gigabytes of hard drive. Megabytes. Now, Windows uses the Vista operating system. I always recommend a minimal of 2 gigs of RAM. Try to get 4. You can get an extra 2 for $50, $100. Now it's going to run a lot better. Windows XP didn't use as much RAM. RAM is the